Study has revealed the impact COVID had on the brains of our teens. Researchers finding it rapidly aged the brains of kids between the ages of 9 and 19, with results showing that these girls were especially, there's a loss of social interaction, I should say.
Yeah, it really affected our teenagers during that time. Joining us now this morning in studio, Dr. Joyce Lee Iannotti, a neurologist at Banner University Medical Center. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you. We were just chatting, and your research is really interesting, and the research that is being worked on. What is being found specifically how it has affected young girls?
Yeah, I thank you so much for having me, first of all. We all know that COVID had a lot of impact on all of us, but I think we underestimated the impact in teens. And we all have children, so I have a 13-year-old and an 8-year-old, and we know that there, especially during the lockdown, there's increase in anxiety and depression and just feeling isolated. But this new study actually showed structural changes within the brain of teenagers, which is really alarming.
Yeah.
So, doctor, what does that look like when you say there's structural changes? Were you able to actually physically see this on an MRI or something, or a CT scan?
Yes, and I'm actually going to give a shout out to the investigator at the University of Washington, so it's Dr. Nancy Corrigan. And what she did is over time, so at the beginning of the pandemic, and then about a year later, they did MRI images. And these are beautiful dynamic images. And I actually brought a brain model to show you. So this is about the size of an adolescent brain. And it's really the outside covering. So we call this the gray matter, and this is kind of a sagittal image of it. So there is thinning of the outside parts of the brain, and more so in girls than boys, which is really scary.
So does the thinning happen when you're under stress or anxiety?
Yes. So they hypothesized that it was the stress that was causing this. We see it in normal aging, so in like 80-year-olds and elderly people as we get older, but it's very unusual to see it in teenagers. And so what they hypothesized was that the amygdala, which is kind of a deeper part of the brain, it's our fight or flight area. So if a bear is running after you, you're running away, and this is pulling all of the blood, but it's then depriving the rest of the brain, and that's why it's thinning.
So what does that thinning do in long term?
Yeah, and that's a good question. And this was a small study. It was about 160 individuals aged between like 9 and 17. So they don't know the long-term impacts. But I just want to kind of reiterate some of the findings where girls were more affected. The thinning and maturation, so accelerated aging, was 4 times, so 4 years advanced than normal aging in girls, about 1 year in boys. And there are 30 areas in girls that were affected. And most of these areas were involved in social and emotional processing. In boys,